Hello students, welcome to Extreme Telugu. Today we are going to discuss about lesson 1 of 10th class physics. The lesson's name is Reflection of Light at Curved Surfaces. Let us first study keywords, then we shall enter the lesson. The keywords are reflection, plane surface, curved surface, concave, convex, center of curvature, radius of curvature, focus, pole, focal length, principal axis, object, image, real image, virtual image, object distance, image distance, magnification, enlarged, diminished, erect and inverted. If we understand these keywords properly, then we can understand the lesson very easily. So let us first understand these keywords. The first one is reflection. When light hits a plane or curved reflective surface which is opaque, that means it is not transparent, then the light is going to be sent back into the same medium. This phenomenon is called as reflection, that is bouncing back of light into the same medium when it hits an opaque surface is called as reflection. Let us see what is a plane surface. A surface which is not curved is called as plane surface. For example, a blackboard is a plane surface. A table is also a plane surface. Your floor is also a plane surface. So a plane surface is a surface which is not curved, which is plane. Next, curved surface. A surface which is curved like a sphere. For example, a ball or a pot. These are examples of curved surfaces. A surface which is not plane but curved is called as curved surface. Now, when I take a curved surface, I will be having two faces for this curved surface. One is a face which is bulged inside, seen from this side. Second one is a face which is seen from the other side. Here let me name it as 1 and 2. This is surface 1 and the other one, opposite side, is surface 2. The first one is called as concave, which is bulged inside. Which is bulged inside. This is called as concave. The other side, which is bulged outside, this is called as convex. So, a surface which is bulged inside is called as concave. A surface which is bulged outside is called as convex. The next one is center of curvature. If I take a concave surface or convex surface, this surface is supposed to be taken from a sphere. This surface is supposed to be cut from a sphere. If I take a sphere and if I cut this sphere, this surface is going to be either concave if it is seen from this side, convex if it is seen from the other side. Now this sphere would have a center. The sphere would have a center. This center is called as center of curvature. And the distance between the center of the sphere and any point on the concave or convex, in fact curved, which is also called as spherical surface. So the distance between center of curvature and any point on the spherical surface is called as radius of curvature. Center of curvature is represented by C, and radius of curvature is represented by R. Let us understand the word focus. When a curved surface is considered and all the paraxial rays are allowed to fall on the curved surface or curved spherical mirror, that too concave mirror, then they will be reflected to a single point. All the paraxial rays are going to be reflected to a single point. That point is called as focus. What are paraxial rays? Paraxial rays are nothing but the rays which are parallel to the principal axis are called as paraxial rays. All the paraxial rays will be concentrated or reflected through the focus. The point which receives all the reflected rays, when the incident rays are paraxial, that point is called as focus. Next, pole. Pole is nothing but the optical center of a curved surface. The optical center of a curved surface is called as pole. Pole is represented by P and focus is represented by F. Focus is represented by F and pole is represented by P. Pole is nothing but to the curved surface, it is the exact geometric center or optical center. Let us understand what is the meaning of focal length. The distance between pole and focus is called as focal length. Here we have got pole and here we have got focus. There exists some distance between pole and focus. That is, let me draw it here. This is pole and this is focus. This distance is called as focal length and it is represented by small f. Focal length is represented by small f. Principal axis. This horizontal line which passes through pole, focus and center of curvature. An imaginary horizontal line which passes through pole, focus and center of curvature is called as principal axis. Now what is object? Any material or any object whose image is to be seen in the mirror, or through this mirror we have to observe the image of this particular object, then this is termed as object. Now when light rays are coming from this object and these rays are getting reflected and meeting at a point, there we will be having its image formed. The image of the object which is obtained because of reflection of light is called as image. So object is the object and image is nothing but its image obtained through the spherical mirrors. Here these two are very important keywords which are nothing but real image and virtual image. If the image is obtained on a screen outside the mirror, this is a spherical mirror, outside the spherical mirror, image is obtained on a screen. The images that are obtained outside the mirror on a screen are called as real images. Why? Because they form in the real world. Whereas sometimes you will be having the images obtained inside the mirror, seen inside the mirror. The images which are obtained inside the mirror, that are seen inside the mirror. For example, if you see your face in a plane mirror, that your face is present inside that mirror. Such kind of images which are not obtained in the real world, they cannot be formed, they cannot be caught on the screen they are formed inside the mirrors. Such kind of images are called as virtual images. Why? Because they don't form, they don't have existence at all. They form inside the mirror. Next one is object distance. From the pole, the distance between pole and object. From the pole, if we measure the distance between pole and object is called as object distance. From the pole, if you measure the distance between image and pole, then that distance is called as image distance. I repeat, the distance between pole and object is called as object distance. The distance between pole and image is called as image distance. Magnification. It is represented by M, and it is the ratio of object image height to the object height of the image to the height of the object. Here image has got some height, that is called as hi, height of the image. Object has got some height, that is called as ho. Object height and image height. Image height divided by object height is called as magnification, which tells us whether the image is enlarged or image is diminished. Now, what is the meaning of enlarged? Say size of object is 2 centimeters, but image is 4 centimeters. That means image is bigger than the object. In such case, we say the image is enlarged, means became larger than the object in height. Diminished. Say object is 5 centimeters in height and image formed is only 1 centimeter. Then the image is said to be smaller than the object. In such case, image is said to be diminished. The last two keywords are erect and inverted. The meaning of erect is upside up and downside down. See, let me draw a candle here. This candle is said to be erect. Why? Because it is having its flame upside and foot downside. Whereas, if I draw a candle like this, then it is called as inverted. That is, upside has come down and downside has gone up. So, upside down is called as inverted. Hope you understood these keywords. If you understood these keywords, it will be easy for you to understand the entire lesson. Thank you. Let us meet in the next video. If you like this video, please subscribe and share our channel Extreme Telugu. Thank you.